Hello everyone, Hesperus here. Today I'm looking to make a tier list for you guys because I know you are confused on what you can play to climb. So I'm just gonna give you a tier list for climbing especially. So my tier list will be focused on the climbing aspect and how well you can learn the game with specific champs. So even though champion, if piloted correctly, could be higher, I would put it below just because it has a high skill ceiling. So it would take you hundreds of games before you get the champion down, and only then can you learn the role. So I'm gonna just add a row above the S tier because of course we have a special tier for you know who, for this guy. Where is he? I can't find him. Here, Udir. So I'm biased because I'm a Udir main, but I also think he has a low skill floor, so you can pick him up easily, but he has also high skill ceiling. I think his proficiency chart is quite good. You can go to average Udyr quite quickly in like 20, 30 games, but then you can put in even 200 games until you can get to the max Udyr. He has good wave clear. He also has some game potential. He has versatile builds. So yeah, I really love this champion and I would recommend it to anyone who wants to get to masters easily. Now for my next pick, we have the simplest jungler ever, Amumu. So Amumu is one of the best champions to start playing jungle with because he's very simple. He has a couple of skill shots you have to hit, but he is a teamfight god. If you get good ultimates with Amumu, you can win some fights. Also, you do have some agency in the game because even if your team is weak, you can solo kill some champions. So yeah, I think all around it's a very solid pick. He can full clear, he can gank very well. So yeah, Amumu very solid. Next, I will choose this guy, Nocturne. Why Nocturne? He teaches you, he can full clear, first of all. Yeah, I think you see a pattern. I really like full clearers because it gives you more options in the game. He can full clear, he's a strong duelist, he's simple to play yet again. His only skill expression would be his W usage. You have some small combos with your Q during ult and such things, but mainly you're just auto attacking Nightmare. And he also teaches you how to go into defensive after a play you make because Nocturne without ult doesn't want to make plays. So it teaches you the pattern of okay, I clear my jungle, I use my ult, then I go back to clearing until my ult is back, and then I make a play. This teaches you consistency, control, instead of just running around all the around the entire map with Nunu because you can just gank on a repeat with Snowball. So that's why I really like Nocturne as a starting jungler. And right now, this guy is very strong. Yet again, the same applies. He's a very strong full clearer. He can get he clears very fast. He's a good ganker, and he also has the ultimate for dives, so you can set up some dives. This guy is harder to pick up than the other two because he has also a high skill ceiling. So he has a lot of builds you can go, and that adds more games needed. So you know how the limits of each build, and you also have to know how to play the team fight, when you can go in, when you can not, how low can you get. There's also has also a lot of outplay potential, like a lot of, with his W's, his E's usage, and so on. But overall, he's easy to pick up. I would suggest you go try him a couple of games and see if you like him, his playstyle especially. Now, Trundle. Trundle is very good as well. After level 6, he's one of the best duelists. You can 1v1 anyone. His E, his pillar is very game changing. You can destroy immobile carries. So imagine a Varus doesn't have flash, you just put pillar on top of him and he can't move. Like legit, that ability is so broken. Then you have the movement speed from the W, you have the Q, which helps you steal AD from the enemy, and the ultimate, which makes the enemy not be able to play the game because you steal so much resistances that they become a cannon minion in front of your team. So yeah, he has two buttons that completely incapacitate a champion, which I think is very strong. And you don't even have to commit so hard for them because ult is long range, E is also long range. So yeah, I would highly suggest playing some Trundle if you fancy the champ. Okay, for now, my next choice is Briar. To be honest, Briar could also go into S tier, but my problem with Briar is that I think, no, I fully believe that it teaches you the game wrong. Because imagine this, you play Briar up until Diamond, let's say. If you're gonna then change to a normal jungler, you're not gonna be that good anymore. And it's gonna take you more games to get to the same power level of Diamond with another champ than if you switched from Trundle to Briar, for example. Because Briar has the mechanic of, oh shit, I can control my champ. So she has a lot of champion specific interactions that don't translate to other junglers. So for this reason, she goes into A tier. Even though she's pretty strong right now, even though she's simple, I don't like that she can't full clear that well. So yeah, she goes into A tier. Solid pick, but I wouldn't recommend it. Next on the list is Diana. Diana is a very simple champ. She can full clear, she can fight, uh, but she doesn't scale that well. She's ult reliant, like extremely ult reliant. If you miss ult, you're almost useless and can be dodged easily with flash. For this reason, she goes into A tier. She's a solid AP pick. But yeah, certainly you can play her. Now, for my next pick, it's Xin Zhao. He's strong. He can't full clear that well until you get to Titanic, but he is a very good stat checker. So you can fight people. It's very simple. There are some mechanics you can learn. Your ult usage is important. How many W's you can hit and playing off your team's CC. But yeah, overall a very solid pick can get you quite far and you can learn the game. This is the most important part. This is why I'm making the tier list. I want you to play champs that you can learn the game with. You're gonna see what I put in D tier. And trust me, not all of them are D tier. But for the reasonings I said previously, they go into the D tier. Now, a next champion would be Shyvana. So she's also a full clear jungler. You're gonna go AP, you're gonna go Shojin into Liandry into Riftmaker. But yeah, as Shyvana, she teaches you objective control because you really want Drakes on her. You also full clear all the time, you get to level 6 and then you make plays with your ult. She has some skill expression in the way you get back your ultimate. You can do some stuff there, and there's also a very non she's a very non-interactable champ. What do I mean by that? So when you're playing Shyvana, you're not actually going into the enemy team, you're just ulting in place and then chucking E's at them from 1,000 range. And your E's hit for a lot, especially if you farmed well and you have a couple of items under your belt. So she's very easy to be useful with if you know what you're doing. So that's why she goes into A tier. I think Echo is also very solid. You Once you get some items, you clear very fast. You can scale into Oblivion. Yeah. So for these reasons, I would also put Echo up here. Now, this is a more complex champion. He has a lot of interactions. He's full clear. You need to get down his full clear first of all, because he has some double stacking opportunities. But his ult is so broken. Like you can one single-handedly win a team fight with just his ultimate. His ultimate has massive damage. And you can also get a 5-man fear, which is crazy. He also has good CC. He's immobile, which is might be a problem, but that teaches you how to play with immobile champs. So for this reason, he goes into A tier, very solid pick. He has good sustain in the jungle for his clear. Now, Mundo became a more popular jungler because of Aloys. He's good. He's pretty good. Uh, he has a good first full clear. He can clear quite fast, and then he just scales pretty well into late game, as you maybe have seen him scale on top lane. His ganks are not good after before level 6, but after level 6 you can just ult, catch up to the guy, slow him, and hit him in the face. Next champion, it's Wukong. His full clear is not that good, but his teamfight prowess is very nice. He can disrupt the teamfight a lot with his ultimate. He can make some plays with his W. He has a dash, that's good. You can make some interesting gank pathings by using his W, for example, over the Drake wall, over the Baron wall. So you can just dodge vision with his W. But all around he's very simple to play, so I'm putting him here. And next is Jarvan. Jarvan is very good. Gorim plays it a lot. It works even in Challenger. Not the best power clearer, but he can also clear like quite well. You can get ACS per minute with no and still have impact in the game. You don't have to sacrifice ganks for that. So I'm gonna put him here. He does have a strange playstyle sometimes. He's very reliant on his EQ, but overall a very solid pick. Now for B tier, we're gonna go Viego. Why Viego here? Viego is actually pretty strong. He could go A, but I don't like that you have to put in a lot, and I talking a lot of games into him, like hundreds of games, just to get used to him. And you have to know all the champs, how to use their abilities. His team fights are kind of weird, like you have to learn to not go in, play off your team. If you don't have a CC in your team, the game becomes a lot harder. So yeah, for this reason, I'm gonna put him in B tier, even though he's quite strong right now. And I hate this champion because he has such a comeback potential. Because all he needs is one possession in a team fight and he wins the team fight. Next is Shaco. Shaco is pretty strong. He can do some crazy stuff in jungle with his clear, and he's annoying to play against. But he also needs a lot of games on him, so for this reason he's B tier. His full clear is not that good, so you're mostly looking to annoy the enemy jungler, maybe kill him on boss and such. Okay, Pantheon. Where is he? Because that one is next, yeah. Pantheon, very simple jungler. He has a targeted CC, which is cool. He has a global ultimate, so he can join fights from afar. He can clear pretty well. So yeah, solid pick. I think I'm gonna go faster to them. Next is Lily on the list. She can power clear, but yeah, she kind of fell off. She got nerfed a bunch of times because she was played too much in competitive. I wouldn't really recommend her. I just would choose something from S or A tier, or of course, the God. Now, for my next champion, Borde, it's quite solid. You can play him in low elo, you can get to Plat Emerald if you're good with him. He can 1v1 a lot of champions in his ult. You clear quite fast. So yeah, Hecarim, another power clear. I don't really like that Hecarim is a very champion, dive heavy champion. And I don't like his new build. I really enjoyed the Trinity Force old build where you got tankier with Conqueror, but yeah, he's still a solid pick. You can full clear quite well. You can also disrupt the enemy jungler. You can duel him. Such Warwick. Warwick is also a bit tier in my opinion, just because he doesn't clear that well. But he's pretty easy to pick up. He can be very strong in some team fights. So yeah, if you like the champion, you can play it. It's easy to learn the jungle with. Now Karthus goes into C tier because he's very skill expression heavy. You need to use tempo very well when you play him jungle. You're gonna get invaded a lot, so you need to know how to play around it, and you also have to hit a lot of Qs. Even though with Karthus you're gonna play to get ult, high level, and just ult before the fights. The whole enemy team is half HP, and then you clean up. But yeah, there's his quite tough to play just because you're gonna get invaded a lot. If you have a losing team, you're gonna hate your life playing Cartus. Okay, Ramos, solid pick. It's very situational. He can clear, he can gank, but situational as he needs targets for his taunt. Poppy, I haven't seen her much lately. She kind of fell off in jungle, but can still be good in the certain situations where there's a lot of dashes on the enemy team. Now we have Gwen. Gwen can scale very well. She's a interesting team fighter, I would say. She can become quite strong after 2 items. She deals a lot of true damage, so she's scary, but early game she is bad. Her ganks suck. Her clear is not that good either, so yeah, she goes into C tier for me. Gragas is pretty solid, even though you don't see him jungle anymore. You can still pick him up. I mean, doesn't really matter up to diamond. He has some combos, the bombas that you can do, but yeah, overall a very solid, not a very solid pick. I would still go for S or A tier. Now you have Zac. Zac can gank from quite far, but I don't like that you don't have a lot of agency in the team fights. If your team is still bad, you're gonna lose. You can't 1v9 with Zac. So for this reason, he goes into C tier. You also have Vi, a similar reasoning to Zac. She has more agency as you can one-shot people. I also saw the lethality build, which seems quite strong, but yeah, you have to go in. And if the enemy team is stronger, then you are just gonna get one shot before you can do anything. Elise is pretty good. You can make some. She has good gank potential. She has a good dive, but yeah, her full clear isn't that strong. So for this reason, she goes into C tier. Sejuani, the same reasoning. She's pretty tanky. She's pretty useful. Even though you're behind on Sejuani, you can still be useful in team fights. If you get a good R, you can win the fight. But yeah, I would still not make this my main champ. I would still choose something from SRA. And everything you see down here is gonna go into D tier. So Brand is squishy and is ranged AP champ for jungle. Velvet is not that strong right now. Evelyn requires you to play like 500 games at least, so you understand how the champion plays. And she's weaker than she was before. Graves is kind of weak. Carry junglers, squishy carry junglers are not that good anymore. Bruisers are what's strong right now, so yeah. Jax, I don't even know why he's in the jungle tier list. Kha'Zix is an assassin, he clears slowly. Ivern, okay, Ivern is quite strong actually, he's kind of like S tier. But because Ivern is like any other jungler, if you go and play 500 games of Ivern, you get diamond, and then you switch to another jungler, you're bronze. You're gonna be so bad because Ivern warps the game in a way that we don't want when we play jungle to learn. Kindred does the same thing with her passive, she warps the game. Lee Sin is quite mechanics heavy. I don't like that. I just want you to learn the jungle, not the mechanics of the champion. Mastery is the same reasoning. He's mechanic heavy. Nidalee the same way, mechanics heavy. Kiana, I don't even think she can go jungle anymore. Rengar is mechanics heavy. Zed is also mechanics heavy. Okay, this guy, I don't think he can jungle anymore. Morgana can jungle, but she's not that useful. Nico, I don't think she can jungle. I haven't seen her in a while. Olaf, same reasoning. Okay, Rek'Sai, he's pretty strong, but yeah, you're gonna learn bad shit on him. And his playstyle right now is just go full lethality and one-shot someone. Zyra, nobody plays her anymore. Nunu, for example, Nunu, I don't like him because you're gonna feel inclined. You have to do a lot of ganks with Nunu and flip your team. So if your team is good, you can win. But you're gonna flip a lot of ganks, and that's not consistency at all. You're gonna be inconsistent. You're gonna lose some. You're gonna win some. And that's not what we want. We want consistency. So that's why Nunu goes so low. Even though he's simple, he has good objective control, which is very nice. Can also invade the enemy jungler if he wants to, but yeah, not consistent enough. This guy, I haven't seen him in a while. I think he got gutted for solo queue because he was too broken before. Maokai, nobody plays him. He's solid, but he's more of a pro play type of champion. Talia, no reason to play her jungle. Timo, same reasoning. If you like him, you can play him. He can full clear, but yeah, I would rather choose something from higher tier. Talon needs a lot of games. Does have good full clear. He does have good map mobility, but he does require a lot of games to play, and you can be useless sometimes. Naafiri, I haven't seen her jungle in a while, but since she has the invulnerability and she can dive, she's better jungle right now. Darius, I think he got nerfed in the jungle, but yeah, he doesn't have good gank setup, so and he can't use his bully power anymore. So I think his best role is still top lane. And Yorick, I don't even know what he's doing here. So yeah, guys, there you have it. I would highly recommend Udyr. I will have a lot of Udyr content on my channel, so you can learn how to play him. But if you don't like Udyr or don't want to play him, you can choose something from S tier. All of them are strong, or from A tier. Anything from S or A tier are solid choices, and they can get you to masters easily if you play correctly. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the tier list. I won't be making a tier list for every patch because this is not based on current patch power. This is based on how well you can learn the game by playing those champions. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Helps me out a lot. Thank you.